What is that anyway?
It's from Friends.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wasn't sure. Hey, everybody. Morning is here. MOUR after hearing that. Welcome to another edition of the...
Wow. I worked hard on that. I mean, as hard as you can work in 5 minutes.
If you worked hard on that, we have a problem.
There was some work to do. I don't know if you hear, but I had to take one clip from one part of the show and another clip from another and then merge them together into a coherent thing. And I had to do the zoom. I had to use keyframes. There's work.
You worked hard.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Disney Morning Show featuring co-founder of Laughing Place, Doobie Mosley, and the hardest working person at Laughing Place, our executive editorial director, Kyle Burbank.
Hello.
How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing all right. It's raining a lot and it's thundering louder than I knew that it could in 50-degree weather.
Just laughing at the comments out there. Stephen Meyer has a history. We'll see how long you last today. Welcome to again. And who is Kyle's special guest host today? That would be Doobie Mosley, who actually, did I originate this show?
Yes.
Okay. Who originated this show? We're going to catch up.
The show, you did it. I don't know if you ever did it by yourself, but I think you had other guests before I came in.
That's right. Before you became the permanent co-host, we kind of went through the, I don't know.
Yeah, a Kelly Ripa stage.
Thank you. Play the thing. All right, let's take a look, if we dare, the Disney stock price now. As you all know, no one more than Stephen, the stock market is not having a good couple of days.
It was at 91 something yesterday when we checked.
Disney is not alone in this.
There we go.
But it is at $84.95, which, believe it or not, is nearly, not quite, I don't think, but nearly a 5-year low. A 5-year period that includes the pandemic. It's actually already, I'm pretty sure, lower than it's low during the pandemic. It went down even further in 2020. I guess. Here we go. Here's the 5-year look. So you can see the pandemic actually didn't even get this low. It was this period in 2023 that got pretty low. I'm guessing that was the halcyon days of Nelson Peltz. But
halcyon, yeah, that actually contributed to the stock price.
So not good. But there we go. $84.95. Let's hope the lowest the Disney stock price will ever be from this point forward. Bye now, Ethan.
Yes, before I get to Ethan, though, I forgot to tell you this. There's more severe weather. It's spring. Be careful out there if you're in the Midwest. Bye.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races. Going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression. Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be sunny and 71 today, which sounds so cliche. Geez, be more creative, Southern California. Walt Disney World will repeat yesterday, making it to nearly 90 degrees with sunny skies. You won't believe this, but Castaway Cay will be 77 and windy today. Meanwhile, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will be partly cloudy and make it to 80. Disneyland Paris is on its way from 73 to 59 degrees tonight with clear skies. Tokyo will start the day with sunshine, but cloud cover will move in by lunch, capping the temperature off before breaking 60. Shanghai will be partly cloudy tomorrow and reach 73. Lastly, Hong Kong should stay just below 70 tomorrow with cloudy conditions. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Doobie, we have breaking news. We have a brand new poster. I think it's new at least. Because it is 4/4 day, so Fantastic Four. Disney is just merchandising every date on the calendar And you better believe with a movie coming out this July that they would take advantage of it. No new trailer, because that'd be too much to ask, but we did get this poster.
This day thing is out of control.
It is a little out of control.
Out of control.
But speaking of Marvel and Disney, they presented at CinemaCon yesterday, which is a convention for exhibitors, the cinema owners, and they had some pieces of news. First of all, they shared a new clip from Lilo and Stitch, or at least I thought it was new until I watched it, and then I remembered that this is what they showed during the shareholder meeting, but now they've actually released it online properly. It wasn't previously available, and this was really the only thing. A lot of times at CinemaCon, they do want to make it special for the exhibitor, so they show it to just them, and then maybe it'll come to the public later, just like they showed some Tron Ares, and we're getting a Tron Ares trailer tomorrow. So a little bit of wait there.
What's your feelings on Lilo and Stitch at this point, given what's come out so far?
I mean, I've said best reviewed Disney live action movie since the Jungle Book. No, I think it looks fun. I saw this scene during the shareholder meeting. I thought it looked. This clip includes a lot of beats that we see in the trailer, so I feel like we've seen it before, but I think it's really cute.
I agree. This movie's got to do Boffo. Okay.
We also got an update about Zootopia 2, as Abbott Elementary's very own Quinta Brunson will be voicing this therapist. And she wasn't there, but they announced that news. But someone who was there was guy whose name I just forgot, but he's voicing Gary in Zootopia 2. The guy from Loki and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Ki Kwan. And
okay.
Yeah, Temple of Doom. So we got a new look at that. But there's a few other little tidbits. No big breaking news, but there was some star appearances and things like that. And you can check it all out in our live blog that we have available, where Alex was able to tweet during the presentation. So yeah, you can see it all there in one place. There she is, Quinta, and the photo things. There he is, Ki Kwan.
Very nice stuff. Well done, Alex. Right. I didn't say any hellos this morning. Hi, Nikki B, Gio, Fred Ramirez, Austin, all our regular peeps. Love to see you out there every day. Yeah. Okay. Next up, is it my turn?
It is your turn to talk about some ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Or easy as like 23. Oh my goodness. ABC shows never end. We got a slew of renewals for the 25-26 season. And let me tell you, ABC likes to renew some shows. The Rookie, coming back for season 8. Will Trent.
I'm getting too old for this.
The Rookie segueing right into Lethal Weapon. Will Trent, which I can't believe is already on season 4. Wow, I'm feeling old. Time flies. 911. Coming back for season 9. 3 networks. A lot of baby daddies happening on 911. And finally...
No, third on the network. Not third network.
Oh, it's the third on the network. But
yeah, it moved from Fox.
Okay. To ABC.
To ABC. And this will be the third season on the network. 9 seasons overall.
There's another 911 that left ABC/Fox, went to somewhere else completely, right? Lone Star?
Lone Star got canceled.
Oh, man.
And now they're making Nashville, which will be on ABC, and that'll be the first 911 that actually debuts on ABC, originates on ABC.
Okay. All right. I really thought there was one that... Okay, I'm wrong. That's fine. And Grey's Anatomy, season 22. Still going strong. Almost reaching the record of According to Jim.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
I don't know that song.
Okay. But you knew it was a song.
And based on this graphic, I'm guessing Shifting Gears also got renewed?
Yep. Second season.
Season 2. That one really is. Only season 2. And in a preview of what Doobie has to say later.
Funny. I thought about doing that too, so...
Disneyland's 70th anniversary merchandise collection continues with a pretty cool item. So during the 70th, guests will be able to unlock extra magic in all 9 lands, which I believe we all learned yesterday. Disneyland has 9 lands. And this is only Disneyland Park, with this interactive key. So starting on May 16th and available during the 70th, the key will allow guests to embark on an adventure throughout the park where they will be tasked with finding lock stations to unlock all 9 lands. Once completed, the key to Disneyland will open, revealing one of 9 commemorative pins. How cool is that? It does save your progress, so if you don't find all lock stations in one day, you can come back for more adventures and finish your quest. This is just a cool, original, I don't even quite fully understand it, merchandise item, and I absolutely love it.
I love it too. I hope it's as cool as it sounds, because I do really enjoy things like this. I was a big fan of Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, and even like the World Showcase Adventure. I think that is so cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I hope I get a chance to do it myself, even though I'm sure it's for kids. I'm going to do it anyway.
We're not going to sell it to you.
I also don't know how much it is. But
$412, only for children 4 and under. All right. Just kidding. That is not the price. Nothing has been announced. All right. Also at the Disneyland Resort, World of Color, Happiness, and Better Together have announced dining packages for the 70th. They've previously announced one for the return of the Paint the Night, but now they've said that these 2 shows will also have it. Reservations open on April 10th. That is 6 days from today. You will get a dedicated viewing area and a dessert party, which includes sweets and snacks, and a keepsake box. One looks like this, and one that looks like this. So when all this comes, when these things all debut for Disneyland 70th, it's almost here, May 22nd.
Well, speaking of things returning, EPCOT's Seas Adventure DiveQuest is coming back next month. It looks like reservations are now available starting from May 1st. This was previously offered but was paused in October because they were doing some work at the Seas. As you remember, they swapped out the manatees, the longtime manatees, and now they're turning into a short-term thing. They got rid of the dolphins. And so all that to say, it's now coming back. This is priced between $229 and $249 per person. It's a 2-hour experience with 40 minutes of that actually be dedicated to the diving. And you can make your reservation on Disney World's site.
I'm guessing you've never done this.
Guessing I've never done this is correct.
Do you know anyone who's done this?
No. I mean, has Benji?
This is one of those things that's been around forever, and I don't know a single person has done it. But nevertheless, every time I go to eat at Coral Reef, people are doing it. So it's clearly being done. It's cool, though. So I've been to Coral Reef many times and watched the divers inside. When you do this, you're inside the water watching people eat at Coral Reef.
It sounds
funny how
more exciting. And you paid more than them to do it.
Good point. All right, go ahead.
Well, we got some other news from Walt Disney World. A airport luggage transfer service is being piloted at Disney's value resorts. So those are the All Stars, the Art of Animation, and Pop Century. You can drop off your luggage with luggage assistance, and they'll be transferred directly to MCO. Unfortunately, it's not the other way around at the moment. If your flight is scheduled to depart before 1 p.m., you'll need to drop off your bags before 1 a.m. the night before the flight. And if the flight is scheduled to depart at 1 p.m. or later, you have to drop your bags off at least 4 hours before.
Take cover, Kyle. Take cover.
Yeah. You couldn't hear it yesterday. Today you can hear it, apparently.
Oh,
yeah. So that's in the works. And right now, side note, it's only available for guests flying Southwest Airlines. So great timing on this pilot program.
Those bags aren't free. Us whippersnappers, no, opposite of whippersnappers, us old people remember when this just used to be a standard thing. You could get transported back and forth to the resort. You could drop off your luggage and have it automatically checked in at the airport. And when you got off the plane, you just went to your resort and the luggage magically appeared there. So let us hope they are in the tiny, tiny steps of bringing that back for them. But even the baggage drop off alone is very nice. Because right now, if you want to play in the parks, you got to drop off your luggage, go play in the parks, then come back to your hotel and grab it and stuff. This way, you can drop off your luggage, go play in the parks, and then just go straight to the airport, which is allows you a couple more hours in the park. All right. Speaking of music, not that we were, Viva the music. Disneyland
Viva
Paris.
la music.
Thankfully, that's not how it sounds. So Disneyland Paris has shared a sneak peek, probably a sneak listen's a better word, at the original song, Viva la Music, set to join the Disney Music Festival, which goes from April 19th through September 7th this year at Disneyland Paris. Each land of the park will feature original entertainment highlighting the music of each character's story, from Miguel's Fiesta Latina in Frontierland to Timon's Mata Dance in Adventureland. Have you listened to this, Kyle?
I have not yet.
Let's
I was
listen.
excited to get your reaction though. So
Have you read my react? Did I put it on here? No, I didn't.
I didn't read your. I haven't
Okay.
read what you wrote, but
So you listen
yeah.
and then guess what you think I think of it.
Yeah. Well, there's very few lyrics and it's pretty generic, so I'm going to say you love it.
I love it. It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. At first with the I'm like, that's so done. But then Viva la Musique, I'm like, that's a good lyric. So, okay.
The background music reminds me of Scars to Your Beautiful. I think that's the song. Anyway. Melodies.
Right.
There's only so many.
Thunderbolts. Yeah. Is that true? Are there only
Yes,
so
I
many
got some.
melodies?
There are only so many melodies. There's only 12 notes.
There's only 52 cards, and yet.
And yet, when you shuffle them.
All right. Thunderbolts, as Kyle said, he just heard one of those, and it was loud. But if he wants to see the movie and he chooses to go to AMC, he can get this pretty cool popcorn, not a vessel, not a bucket, a vessel. This is the red limousine, this is Red Guardian's limousine. It's also red, which is featured in the film. We've seen it in the trailer. And as I said, it's not a bucket, it's a vessel. It is for Thunderbolts, which is coming to theater May 1st. You can get this at AMC. Undoubtedly, Regal will have theirs, and who knows who else will have theirs. So if you want all the things, you're going to have to see this movie multiple times in many different places. But if you just want this pretty cool, nasty, shot-up red limousine from Red Guardian, you can go to AMC and watch the movie.
Well, that's only coming to theaters, but not coming to theaters is the new documentary, Not Just a Goof. Instead, it's coming to Disney Plus on April 7th, and they've released a new trailer for it. So this is a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the film, interviews with filmmakers and stars, and then kind of a look at the cultural impact the film has had since. Alex got a chance to see a rough cut of this on the Disney DVC member cruise that they had last year and really enjoyed it. And now it's coming to Disney Plus in its finished version. I believe we'll have some more content and interviews of filmmakers coming up on Laughing Place. So keep an eye on that. But for right now, you can check out the trailer for the film. It looks pretty good.
It does. Did you know, I learned this last week, Walt Disney World ambassador Shannon Smith Conrad, I will show you her picture in case you're not aware who she is.
I'm aware who she is because I had to write her name a few times this
yes.
week.
So her all-time favorite Disney movie is a Goofy movie.
There you go.
All right. Continue.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people like it. And several people are going to get a chance to see it this summer as D23 goes on the road for a series of Goofy movie stops, screenings, special events celebrating the film's 30th anniversary. This tour will kick off May 3rd in Las Vegas, Nevada, and ends on August 28th in Orlando, Florida. In between, it'll hit up New York City, St. Louis, Seattle, and many more. There's 20 stops in total. In addition to the screening, they'll get an activation kit filled with interactive items to make the movie experience extra magical. Gold member tickets for this are $35 plus a $3 processing fee, and general members can do it for $45 and $3 processing fee. Tickets go on sale Thursday, April 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Is this the song you referenced?
It wasn't, but it could be that too. There's only so many melodies.
The next LP t-shirt, there's only so many.
That along with my, what did I say about the 9 lands of Disneyland?
What did you say?
I like
it was great.
Was it an entry street, 4 lands, a pass through, 2 dead ends, and a planet?
The planet was awesome. Now I need to know exactly what you said. There we go. It's really an entry street, 4 lands, a midsection, 2 dead ends, and a planet.
Yeah, because when I think of the Disneyland lands, I just think of like the main ones right there. Like, oh yeah, New Orleans Square, which is
That I really want that T-shirt.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's going to be one of those things where it's like the ands on each line that people do for some reason.
Oh, I like those.
There you go. You could
They're
do.
dumb, but I really like those T-shirts. That's a great style, and that is exactly how this should be done. You're right. All right, I really think this should be our first merchandise. If you're out there, don't steal this idea because this is going to become our first merchandise item. All right, and in news related to nothing we've talked about thus far, other than the stock price, Tangled live-action adaptation has been put on pause. They've said, "Hey, Snow White did not do spectacularly well." Well, we presume that's what they said. Maybe they just decided we have too many live actions. We don't know, but the presumption is Snow White didn't do well. Let's put a little hold on these princess remakes. So Tangled, which was in development, has been put on pause. As Kyle mentioned, Lilo and Stitch and Moana are coming soon. So who knows? Maybe the reaction to those will change this. But for now, if you've been looking forward to the Tangled live action, temper your expectations.
Well, on May 7th, Disney is going to be discussing its latest earnings for the second quarter of their fiscal year. So that'll not include recent events. But once again, they are doing this before the bell, which means that Kyle and Benji will be waking up bright and early and live blogging all that happens. Benji will get up particularly early, not just because it's on the West Coast, but also because it used to be when they did it after the bell that they released the press release about a half hour before the call. Now they can just release it anytime they feel like it in the morning. So Benji is up getting at like 3 a.m. going through the press release, and then we listen to the call and we live blog it. So May 7th, follow along with us on Laugh It Place. We're going to check the Disney Plus Top 10,
geez.
Doobie.
You're right, we are. I'm waiting for the song. Explain what this is, Kyle.
We're going to check out the Disney Plus Top 10. Doobie's profile is set to TV 14, so
No,
we'll
it's not. As I see now with this first image, it is not currently set for TV 14 because I've been watching Daredevil. So
oh, okay. Well, then leave it on
just
TVMA. I was showing it with TVMA.
Yeah, let me just check the titles real quick, make sure there's no nasty words. Yep, we're good. All right.
No Amy Adams throwing us off.
All right. So
this is the unfiltered Disney Plus Top 10.
Which other than Daredevil is probably not very different. So Mufasa, the Lion King, the actual thing, not a first look that people think is the actual thing, is in number 1. Daredevil Born Again, which I've seen 1 episode, 1.5. Very good. Are you watching that?
I have not yet.
Good movie. Good American Family. What's that one?
That is a thriller series about an adoption that turns out to not be what it seems.
That based on a true story thing? Oh my goodness.
Based on a true story.
This has started? I didn't realize this has started. It's going to be a great weekend.
Also TVMA, so it's a good thing that you had that to TVMA.
We are so excited for this show. We watched both documentaries on that. All right. Alexander and the really long title.
Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad road trip.
Jurassic Park, comfort food at number 5. I love this.
When that movie opened in 1995.
I actually watched half of that on my last plane flight because it's comfort food. Shark Tale from DreamWorks. Not sure how that.
Doobie, if you had to guess who voices that fish, and you didn't know, who would you say it was?
So I don't know, and since you said that, I should know. Who is it?
It's Will Smith.
I've seen this movie. Jumanji. Man, we are in a retro mode. Tombstone.
R.I.P.
Kilmer. And then the original Lion King. Well, the original live action Lion King, and the Moana 2 sing along because hey, can I watch this on Disney Plus? Oh no, it's just okay. No, that is the Moana 2 sing along. How come Moana 2 sing alongs on here, but not Moana 2?
I guess people have decided they want to sing the songs. It's catching on. Justice for Bear and whatever Barlow and Bear, is that the name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Our very own Cole Griak, who does Extinct Attractions every other week for the past forever. Let's applaud consistency. Has a new one. Hello, New York. Cole is doing a Tokyo retrospective before he goes to the parks for the first time pretty soon. We have that in common. So this is a look at Tokyo Disney Sea's Hello World, which debuted in 2018 for the 35th anniversary. Only ran for a short time. This is a video that he didn't take, but he does, in his own special way, go deep into it and how it relates to wider aspects of Disney. Good job as always, Cole.
Well, we also got a new contribution from Gavin Doyle of Mickey Visit, sharing his top 5 tips for visiting the Disneyland Resort during summer 2025. So, as that title implies, this not only takes in regular summer tips, but also things specific to the 70th anniversary. So, if you're headed to the Disneyland Resort this summer, make sure you read that. And then, Doobie, we have our Mouse Madness 2025 winner.
Do we? It says 30. It says 34 minutes left.
I think we can go ahead and call it. The decision desk has come in and said that the winner of Mouse Madness for the cutest Disney character is Figment.
So
I strongly disagree with you people. I don't think you understood the assignment. I don't think you read the tweet. I think you just saw Figment. You know what, Doobie? I will go and say I kind of wish that I'd excluded Figment and included Orange Bird now. That's how silly I think this is.
When we get to a later segment of our show, you might find out if I agree with you or not.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a terrible choice. Figment is a terrible choice in general.
He
Certainly
shouldn't have
over
beat Shandu.
Grogu.
Shandu should have easily beat that.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on, and we're going to take all my stuff away.
The fun stuff.
You do fun stuff before the rest too?
Nope, but we'll go back. We'll do the fun stuff. We'll do the fun stuff real fast, especially because so Doobie, first of all, are you familiar with the Weird Al song The White Stuff?
Yes, I am.
Well, then perfect that this worked out, because I wanted to talk about these new Snow White custom Oreos, which aren't so custom if you have to, if they're pre-made. But yeah, this is from Oreo ID. They've done some other Disney Princess ones before, but there's a special Snow White set that you can pick up now. They are not cheap, but they are delicious. So
And they're also not live action. These are animated Snow Whites and dwarfs.
Yes.
So I love these. These are pretty. I want to own these. If anyone out there is looking to get Doobie something special, put this on the list.
And the rest.
And the rest. All right, who's first?
So if you live near a theater that has Fathom events, there's a couple of Disney-owned movies that you'll be able to see over the summer. One of them being The Sound of Music. This will be September 13th, 14th, and 17th. You can catch that in theaters. And the other being Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This will be screening on June 15th and 18th. So be sure to check with your local theaters that do Fathom events. And
Marshall didn't think indie rated an image. Sound of Music, that's enough.
Yeah.
Marshall, I believe it. All right, Peyton Manning and his Omaha Productions have signed a first-look deal with 20th Century Television. The deal sets to partner them on scripted comedy, drama, adult animation, and limited series, with their goal to make series for Disney Entertainment Television platforms. The former quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts and Denver Broncos, and his Omaha Productions currently have a first-look deal with ESPN. And you may know the show on Hulu, Chad Powers, which TIL was a show, although I remember the segment on, that originated as a sketch produced by Omaha Productions and NFL Films that aired on ESPN Plus, which is where I first saw it and did not know it was now a TV show, but it actually is. So how cool is that? Very funny. Not starring Eli Manning, though. How do you do that without Eli Manning?
how dare.
And finally, this show. Do you watch this show, Kyle?
No, I think Becca watched the first season.
Not well. I hope she watched the second. Starting May 21st is 9 Perfect Strangers Season 2, coming May 21st, starring Nicole Kidman.
Nicole McKidman.
Nicole Kidman. About 9 individuals who gather to experience Masha's psychedelic therapy at Zauberwald, set against the stunning backdrop of the Austrian Alps. And that stunning backdrop is why I checked it out and then realized this show is not for me. But if it's for you, you can see the picture twice as we preview season 2 of looks like a fairly cool show. If I could just give it a chance, maybe I will. I'm bugged by the fact that picture's in there twice. Just makes sure. All right. This is why I
Are
can't
you gonna do your pocket pick?
I will in a second. Oh, there's also. Why is that a? What? Now I'm weirded out. Okay, no, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, this is why you don't want to do shows with me because I get sidetracked so easily. All right, this pocket pick was submitted to me by my wife, Rebecca K. Mosley, and this is a tweet by Arda Okal, who is a hockey commentator on ESPN, and here it is.
9 perfect strangers.
So it says, I'm determined to make Grand Animal Thrun stick. I will champion this until
Admiral
this
Thrun.
Here we go.
Cassie, thank you very much. Henry Thrun, the Grand Admiral, trying to create another last-ditch opportunity there for the Sharks, but it is 3-2 Oilers. After 2 periods of play, coming up on the Discover second intermission report, the Sharks have 51 goals from rookies, the most in the NHL by 20. You've been watching the Discover second intermission report. More from Henry Grand Admiral Thrun and the Sharks after.
So Arda is a huge Star Wars fan. He actually does a Star Wars podcast for ESPN, and he wants to make that stick, and he's doing his part. We're doing ours.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. I'm a loser.
I don't know why I thought that came after this day.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Got to pick our winners and losers of the week. Do you know what was last week? Do you happen to have it? What you guys picked for last week?
I think I had Marvel as a winner because the chair stunt did really well.
Oh, very good.
And hold on, let me go back in time on my document, and I can probably tell you what my other one was. My loser. Seriously, it stuck. Hold on.
Really good choice.
Memento.
The chair. That chair thing was so amazing.
Yeah, my loser was Disneyland's Astro Blasters because after the other one gets updated, it's gonna be the last one out, and then I said that they should replace it with what was that, Disney Quest.
All right, so who wants to go first today?
It's up to you.
I will go first with my winner.
Okay.
And you can do both of yours, and I'll do my loser. My
Sounds
winner is the Disneyland merchandise department, because this 70th merchandise they're doing so far not only looks great, but now with this keys, got some innovation going here. I am a huge fan. You know, I got to see a lot of it in person on my recent trip there. Bravo, Disneyland merch. The 70th line is awesome.
I agree with that. Well, my winner is Thunderbolts. Once again, going back to the Marvel well. What is happening? Why can't I present? Oh, do I need to remove you first? Is that why? So this is one of the things. This is them arriving at the Caesar's Palace for their presentation last night in the limo with, I'm sure he was driving the entire time.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this movie looks really fun. This was a fun way to enter. I'm looking forward to it. I hope other people are. I think the trailer changed some minds, but I'm excited for Thunderbolts. So that's my pick for winner. And then as far as my loser, I need to exit full screen. My loser is suckers like me waiting to see Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, because we're going to have to wait until June of 2027. The previous movie came out in, I think, 2023. So I understand why it takes so long. Normally when they have movies that are like, you know, end on a cliffhanger, you get like a year later, like Back to the Future 2 and 3. Lord of the Rings are released like a year apart because they shoot them together. So waiting 4 years for this is a bit much.
You're a loser. Well, continuing the tradition of making losers out of the people that watch and participate in the show, my loser is all of you out there who voted for Figment, not only over Grogu, but let's take a look at.
We even used the walk around character, the meet and greet character, as the featured image to be like, that's not cute. Come on.
So
Figment, people didn't take the hint.
Figment should have been knocked out in the first round. Figment beat Albert. Yeah. Albert is adorable. Then Figment beat the one that should have won this whole thing, Shandu. And then Figment beat the classic Dumbo. This was for cuteness, you guys. Cuteness. Cuteness. And then the most insulting thing in the world in the final, as we found out this morning, Figment is dusting Grogu, maybe the cutest character ever created by the Walt Disney Company. You guys are all crazy. Figment is not cute. Figment is a great character. He is not cute. You did not understand the assignment. You guys are all fired. Good day, sir.
There you have it. All right, Doobie, are you ready for your quiz?
I'm angry, but I'm ready.
Okay. On this day in 1928, an
Mickey Mouse.
actress was born. It's not Mickey Mouse. She best known in the Disneyverse for the Toy Story franchise, but I was surprised to see that her name is on the credits of movies such as Home on the Range, Brother Bear, and then animated shows like Teacher's Pet, Kim Possible, and live action Disney shows like Phil of the Future, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and Sunny with a Chance.
So I heard nothing you said after Toy Story, so if this isn't right, I have no idea. Estelle Getty.
It's Estelle Getty. Yes.
Whew, what a relief.
Yeah.
I got to meet her. Very nice lady.
That's awesome. I am going to do this correctly from now on. Hold on. There we go. Aha. Look at that. Okay. Next up, on this day in 1944, an actor was born known for the Incredibles franchise, but also appears in Turner and Hooch, the original movie.
It's probably not John Goodman. Is he even in the Incredibles? I don't even know.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
Who is Mr. Incredible?
This guy.
Oh my goodness. It's a famous guy. Mr. Incredible is Turner and Hooch was Tom Hanks, right?
It's got a good initial in his middle name.
Oh, that guy. Coach.
Craig T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson. Yes, I knew that. He's Coach. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. On this day in 1965, someone who appeared in 2006's The Shaggy Dog was born.
What year?
1965. He was in 2006's The Shaggy Dog, but is much more well known for his work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's the number one person you think of when you think of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, besides Kevin Feige?
Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr.
No, he's not number one. Samuel L. Jackson ties it all together.
He started it.
When Samuel L. Jackson appeared at the end of that movie, that's when the MCU kicked off.
Okay. Well, you failed that one. Next, on this day in 1967...
You removed the tombstones, but you didn't remove the bodies.
1967. Star of ABC's A Million Little Things.
Yeah, no idea.
Okay, well, Doobie, I know that you know that he's not telling the truth.
That's probably a great clue, Kyle.
It's a really great clue because it's James Rode Rodriguez.
I thought it was James Rode. I've heard it both ways.
It's the theme song. Do you not remember the theme song?
Not when you say it like that.
I know.
Then I would have remembered.
Okay.
Happy birthday to him. What year?
67.
Oh, he's older than me. Wow.
This day in 1990, something opened at the Walt Disney World Resort, and it replaced a roller rink of sorts.
What the? A roller rink? I want to get this one.
Club?
Give me more. I want to get this one.
Okay, it is a rock-themed dance club at Disney World. So I think you can probably guess what part of Disney World had a
Pleasure
rock
Island?
theme. Yeah.
I don't know. Mannequins. I don't know.
Rock and Roll Beach Club.
That replaced a roller rink?
Something called XZFR Rock and Roller Dome.
I had no idea.
It's like Xanadu up in there. Who knew?
We need to see that on Extinct Attractions.
Doobie, I think you can get this one. On this day in 2010, a Disney Channel series launched, and a GIF of it is one of the most popular, most used memes or most used GIFs I see. Would you like me to reenact the GIF?
Yes. That's a Raven?
No, it's a good guess. 2010. The name of the baby on this show shares a name with a baby that you know.
Just give me the answer.
Good luck, Charlie.
Wow. Yeah, it was a roller rink. I just looked it up. It was a roller rink, and they realized alcohol and a lack of friction might not be the best. I can't believe I've been a Disney fan for 30 years, and I'm just now learning there used to be an actual roller rink at Pleasure Island. Wow.
Well,
do you want to start helping me when it's my turn? Just
Yeah.
Come on here and answer for me.
one more, Doobie.
Okay.
2014, an MCU film often regarded as one of the best, if not the best.
The original Avengers.
No. 2014. It is a sequel.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
Captain America the Winter Soldier, you landed on your feet at the end.
That is one of, if not the best MCU film.
I've heard that somewhere. Let me refresh the Disney Parks blog. There's nothing there. Let me refresh our patented official list.
Patent pending, I would say.
I say this all the time. I don't know if this is a new look at Andor or something, but it's probably not that exciting.
I want to look at Andor. I'm so excited for that.
I was going to say something, but I'm not really allowed to. I will send you the link for the Andor
I'm
thing.
going to start calling it conjunction.
Conjunction?
And, or, conjunction, junction. Yeah.
What's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Your ability to say lyrics without singing them is
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Got a lot of jolly lolly adverbs here. Sorry.
To be part of something. The Empire cannot win. You're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like a leader.
If we do not stand together, we will be crushed.
There you go.
so good. So good. So good.
Well, that's it for the morning show. But if you are a member, join us back here at 4 p.m. Pacific as we bring you another edition of the LP Mailbag Show, or whatever, members only. I don't know, whatever we call it. We're doing a mailbag show at 4 p.m. for members only. So if you're not a member, be sure to join, become a member, and then we'll see you at 4 p.m. And we'll see you back here on Monday. Doobie doesn't want to say anything else. Bye.
Well, I got nothing else to say.
Have a great weekend, everyone.